Let's learn how to use the robot heading function. So if we go to our reference guide, we've got our get compass heading function, which returns the current robot heading. And this is basically your standard compass value. But it is relative to the goal. So if we're facing forwards, then it's 0. If we're facing to the left, then it is a negative number. And if it's facing to the right, it's a positive number. And how I'm dragging this robot to rotate is by grabbing its wheels. So if I grab the body, it's gonna move normally. And if I grab the wheels, it's gonna rotate the robot. Okay, so we want to learn how to use this get compass heading function. So we'll grab the example and throw it in here. So if the compass heading is greater than 20, it means that, oh, it's not related to the ball. It means that our robot is facing like to the right. And let's say we're writing a program to make it always face the goal, then we would try and move our robot to the left. So set motor speed, and we want to rotate left. So that means our left wheel goes backwards, right wheel goes forwards. So motor A goes backwards, and motor B goes forwards. Next condition is if we are on the other way. So if it is negative, then we want to rotate the other way. So I'm just going to grab this. Else, if the compass heading is smaller than negative 20, we want to rotate the other way. And our last condition is if it is facing forwards, then we want to stop. So else stop motor A and motor B. Let's try this. So we'll run. If we rotate our robot, it starts snapping back to the other side. So it's actually snapping back while I'm trying to rotate the robot. So that's why it's sort of already trying to counteract my rotation. And that's it. That's how you use the get compass heading function.